skip ஆக மாட்டேங்குது.
Over here! Get up there quick! We have to repel them! Shoot him! Good hit, Godwin! Oh, knock it down! You're not up to it. Now you're finished.
What the fuck? Correct தானே aim பண்ணேன்.
Die, you swine!
Okay.
Get ready! They're coming inside! Godwin, move downstairs. We can handle it here.
Help keeping the gate in close to us.
Godwin, get over here with that force. Join the line. Pull fire after them! Help them with that arm! Die! Fire! Stay covered! Die, you brother! Burn, fuckers! Let's work this, slow them down. Get ready for another attack! This won't stop us! Let's hope this slows them down. Godwin, draw your sword and follow me! Burn, fuckers! Knock it down! Fucking Wenceslas!
Approach the ladder and
I'll hack you to ribbons! Coming out here with knock that ladder down or they'll look for runners!
Don't poke at it. Just calm down.
Oh, Dentes Fortuna, fucking you, vat. Jesus. You're only supposed to deliver a message to Trotsky. The most adventure I was expecting was a fuck or two.
Pest fortuna juvat!
What's that you keep yelling, Sir Hans?
Good gracious, Henry, you don't mean to tell me you don't know Latin?
My apologies, Your Grace. Unfortunately, I was too busy shoveling shit and picking turnips to find time for studying Latin.
We shall have to rectify that. I can't have an ignoramus for a personal bodyguard.
Anyway, this Audens, whatever. What does that actually mean?
Audentes fortuna juvat. Fortune favors the brave.
I don't doubt it. All we have to do is deliver a letter to Lord Otto von Bergov and ride back again. Doesn't take much bravery.
Christ, Henry, don't be such a stick in the mud. Aren't you glad to be finally out of that hellhole, where we can finally enjoy some adventure? See a bit of the world, meet new women, and simply have some fun.
Sure, but you promised Johannes that you'd be as good as gold, and I'm personally responsible for your safety. Besides, Trotsky's in the middle of nowhere, so I wouldn't expect much excitement there.
God help me, my bodyguard's a monk who can't speak Latin.
Sir. Trotsky.
My word. That is fucking impressive. It makes Perkstein look like an outhouse. Bergov must be made of money. Well, Henry, looking forward to new adventures? Adventures that will become the stuff of legends?
Of course I am. We'll show them what fine fellas have turned up on their doorstep.
You bet we will. We'll hand over our important message and then hop, skip to the nearest tavern. We'll drink to our success and chase some local wenches, eh? But why didn't Uncle Hanush take care of it himself? Unless, maybe he's just testing me.
Aye, it does look like that. He'll hand over all the Ratai estates to you one day. So I expect he wants to be sure you won't botch it.
Of course! How could I possibly botch it up? There are foreign armies rampaging through Bohemia. The king is in captivity, God knows where, and here we are in the middle of it all, carrying an important document. No! I intend to make the most of this trip, one way or another. I'll take your silence as agreement. Well, enough of the chat. Trotsky's almost within reach.
Sir Hans, how's it looking there in the back?
All good, Oates. Just keep your eyes on the road ahead.
Exactly. If anything in front of us even looks like it's moving, we want to know.
Keep your hair on, Nick. Old Oak's got eyes like a hawk. I don't miss nothing. Sir.
Should we get ready for a fight?
Take it easy, Henry. They're wearing von Bergov's colours. They're from Trotsky.
Surround them! Don't let them get away!
Besides, we wouldn't stand a chance against them. Don't do anything foolish, fellas. Just follow my orders.
Halt! What are you after here?
Is this usually how you greet visitors, my good man?
This is how we greet armed strangers when bandits are pillaging everywhere.
Can you not distinguish between a noble and a bandit, sir?
It's not always that straightforward these days. Who are you people?
Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. I bear a letter for Sir Otto von Berghoff from my master, Sir Hanush of Leipa.
This is indeed the seal of the Lords of Leipa. And unless I am mistaken, Lord Hanush of Leipa is on the side of King Wenceslas.
Well,
While my master is a member of the League of Lords, who side with King Sigismund.
well,
So it would appear we are enemies.
We're not enemies. We're carrying a message with the aim of putting a stop to the hostilities.
And who are you?
Henry, from Skalitz. I'm Lord Capon's advisor and scribe, and now an envoy as well.
From Skalitz, you say? The one that King Sigismund's Cuman forces plundered?
And slaughtered everyone. Even so, I'm not going to Trotsky as an enemy, but as a peace envoy.
Even so, you're still strangers here, and armed strangers to boot. And as it happens, we're on the trail of just such a band, so why should I trust you?
We want to resolve conflicts, not to stir up more. Once more, I assure you we have no evil intentions. You can escort us to Trotsky, and everything will be explained there. That we can guarantee.
Very well.
Sorry about the cold reception. You must be cautious. These bandits create mayhem, then vanish like ghosts. We'll be on our way.
Oh, so you won't accompany us to the castle to see your lord?
Sorry, sir, we can't. Listen, you won't make it to the castle before nightfall. Sir Otto's orders are to not admit anyone after dark, especially while we're away. You'd best camp until daybreak.
I'll take your point. I mean, back home, the last time someone led a nobleman in trouble into their castle, we had to bombard it to get him out. Is there an inn in these parts, at least?
There is one, but it's a bit of a way out, and I'm not sure your lordship would like it very much.
God! What kind of a backwater have they sent us to? I just suppose we'll just have to manage somehow. Good luck in hunting down those bandits.
Thomas, Captain at Trotsky. Thank you. And sorry again. Farewell.
Farewell.
Well, this is a bit of a hold-up. What now?
Since there's no tavern within reach, we'll just bed down here for the night. The pond looks inviting, and we've got wine enough.
And what about those bandits?
Well, they're probably keeping their heads down, what with that big patrol combing the woods for them. Come on, fellas. We'll camp here on the bank. At least we can bathe. I stink almost as bad as the rest of you, and you lot are rank!
For Christ's sake! Henry! Call off that damn dog before he wolfs down the last of our meat.
Mutt! What's all the fuss about, Mutt? Are you that hungry? All right, I'll see what I can get for you.
Well, hoorah! Peace at last. That bark. Was a pain in the ass.
Listen, would you have some scraps for Mutt?
That's a good one. He already gobbled up a piece of venison while I was having a piss. I've got one last sausage and I'll be saving that for the way back. Look, Henry, I'm fond of that beast, but you ought to keep him under control.
Listen, if you give me that sausage now, I'll bring you something from the feast tomorrow. They'll surely serve us up some real delicacies at Lord von Burgov's castle. And I'll be invited, too.
You might be right. After all, you're a noble's bastard, and Sir Hans always keeps you close at hand. All right, then. Here's your sausage. And don't forget about me tomorrow. My favourite is boar meat with rosehip sauce and cabbage.
Here you go. Take it. Look what I have for you.
Henry. Henry. Oh, that was a tight thing with the captain, eh?
I got the feeling you'd lost your tongue.
Just for a moment. But true enough. That bastard surprised me a bit.
Well, that's what I'm here for. To deal with that kind of stuff.
And I must say, that was pretty good for your first action as leader of my bodyguard. Let's see if you keep it up. But we managed the situation all right in the end. He even apologized to us. If Hannah had seen it, maybe he'd finally stop treating me like a child, eh?
Well, I don't know. When I look at you, well, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Kiss my arse. And by the way, since you're here, how about stretching our limbs a bit after that long journey? With a bit of swordplay.
You're in the mood for that after riding so long?
Certainly. So then, eh? Eh?
All right then. Just a bit of swordplay for the hell of it? Or shall we have a wager?
Let's save the wagers for later.
Oh, you afraid?
Keep the biting remarks to yourself. You've got armor on, so just grab your helmet. Here's a practice sword for you. Have that ready too.
So, should we start?
Ready? Let's start. Draw your sword.
Hang on. This time, I'll take the lead.
I just can't wait.
Let's get warmed up. I'll attack you a few times. You defend.
Go ahead. Impress me.
Ah!
Is that the best you've got? I didn't even work up a sweat.
Well, you will soon enough. A foe in plate armor has to be worn down.
Let's see it then. Attack properly now. A longer sequence.
Very nice exchange.
I'm still as fresh as a daisy.
That got panting, eh?
Enough!
Now you're warmed up, eh?
Yeah. But you're pretty winded yourself. While you're attacking, you still have to take care you have strength left to defend.
Now save the advice and try it yourself.
Gladly. On guard! Good!
Clash of blades.
Nice! Good! Nice! Good!
The clash of blades.
That's enough. No one's ever won a duel just by blocking. You've got to make an opening to strike back. And you do that by means of a perfect block.
Perfect block, eh? You've become a real swordsman.
Start your attack then.
You're too slow. That's not it.
You mustn't block until after I start my strike. That's it! You started blocking too soon. Pretty good! Not like that. You mustn't block so soon. Nice! But what about a riposte? Reckon you can manage that?
Why wouldn't I? Nothing to it. I just follow up a perfect block immediately with a strike. I'll show you.
Get ready! You have to follow up with a strike. Sweet! Good, Henry. You've got to block the strike first. Well, you're not as good as Captain Bernard, but that wasn't bad.
Be sure to remember, if someone gives you a riposte, you can still fend it off with a perfect block. And it's best to follow up right away with your own riposte.
Yeah, right. But what if I want to attack in such a way that you can't make a perfect block?
Then it's best to attack at a spot where your opponent isn't covered. Where he's not holding his weapon. You defend, and I'll show you how.
All right. Come on then. Nice!
Well, that nicely, Henry.
Nice work, Henry. No, no. That way I can block you easily. I was too slow. Nice. All right. I get it. For Christ's sake. Enough demonstrations and explanations.
Let's have one training duel to finish up, eh?
Indeed. And let's have a wager to spice things up. How about 100 groschen?
100? How about 200? Are you feeling confident or not?
Fine, 200. On guard. The first hit. Now we're even. Weren't expecting that, were you?
Some wallop.
Put up a fight at least. Put up a fight at least.
That hit home.
Put up a fight at least. Put up a fight at least.
Go for it.
Put up a fight at least.
One more like that and he'll be on his back.
Put up a fight at least. Oh, you haven't got a hope. You haven't got a hose.
More like that.
Half a fight at least. And you've had it. I say the victor is clear. I'll get my winnings from you later. Now it's time to eat. Oh, that sword flame's gives me quite an appetite. Let's get some grub.
So who won, gentlemen?
That's obvious, isn't it? Henry learned a lesson or two, and I won our bet. At least I'll have someone to buy me drinks in the tavern. It was almost like that time in Rattay.
True. Only I won that time. Your bow, which came in very handy afterwards.
You were unbelievably lucky, beating me after just one day of training. True, I wasn't in my best form that day. We had a drink or two beforehand.
Oats? What's this food supposed to be?
What's left of our supplies. Tomorrow we'll be at the castle, and we'll get some decent grub.
If you told us earlier, I could have shot a hare. And you could have cooked it like they did in the tavern the day before yesterday.
That tavern where you drank away all your coin?
Ha! You've got to have some fun.
And then you tried it on with the innkeeper's daughter when you were shit-faced.
She was pretty. A real peach. Admit it.
Only a fella was there.
And if he hadn't started acting like a twat, he could have carried on with us until dawn.
He'd have to get his brain out of his crotch for that.
But I still can't figure out how you didn't have a sick head after. Mine was ringing like a church bell all day.
It seems I'll have to give you some lessons in the art of drinking.
Ha! I've got nothing to regret. The whole world turns around wenches. Ain't that right, Henry?
Hmm?
You never gave us the goods on that lass of yours. What was her name now?
Teresa. She lived with that crook Peshek at the mill.
And she saved my life.
A brave girl.
Aye. She's a fine lass. And? Is she any good? Like, is she any good? Get me?
She's my sweetheart. And that's all I'll tell you.
Ah, don't be such a monk. Out with it.
Listen up. I'll tell you what that girl can do. The wildest she-cat I know. So when she's stripped off...
Enough, enough. You want to be a chivalrous knight, and you talk like that about a damsel? For shame. You know, this travelling isn't too bad.
Apart from the mosquitoes.
Aye. Apart from them.
Where were you yesterday evening, Henry? You were late for supper. That's not what I call watching over our lord.
Hey, don't make trouble.
Mutt caught a scent, ran off into the woods and wouldn't come back.
And what was it?
There's a footpath there with some derelict house at the end. Mutt was standing outside, barking like crazy. But there was nothing inside but mouldy furniture and some burnt bones. So I calmed the poor pup down, and we came back to the camp.
He don't seem like no poor pup to me, especially after the way he came barking at me today.
Hey, no
And what
question.
about, time, sir?
Online வரியாடா
I
Apex
mean,
போலாம்
will
கொஞ்ச
we be
நேரம்
getting any time off, sir?
ஒரு 1 hour
It
கிட்ட இருப்பான்.
depends. Once von Berghoff hears us out, we should set off back home immediately.
What? Straight back on the road?
Well, we could stay a day or two, perhaps.
Does anyone know anything more about von Berghoff?
Only what Sir Hans told us, that von Berghoff is a big cheese in the royal court. That's why we're going to negotiate an alliance with him.
ஸ்டார்டிங் அப்படிதான்
You summed that
போகுமாடா.
up nicely.
Christmas
But
சொன்னாரு.
yes, that's how it is. He's the royal chamberlain. You fellas will never meet a more important noble than him.
I heard he insists on having the finest swords, and that he's got a big collection of all
The
kinds
open
of
world,
swords and daggers.
ஒரு half an hour
Collecting them
அப்புறம்
ain't the same
open
as
world
knowing
ஃபுல்லா
how to use them.
Red Dead
Is he any
Redemption மாதிரி.
good at sword fighting? It ain't nothing easy to learn.
Invincible, okay. நான் போய்டுவேன் ஜிம்முக்கு.
The sword is the weapon of a master. Balanced, fast,
Okay da.
and suitable for all situations. Of course, you have to train with it and try to improve your technique, but the result is worth it.
Aye, I get it. It was just a training fight. Pardon me.
Oh, swords, swords, swords. No doubt you're going to tell us again how the perfidious Ishvan Toth stole your sword. And I thought you'd come round to thinking about other things.
And that sword is the only reminder I had of Pa. We forged it together, just before he was slain. But that's another matter. I suppose you've heard enough of that, eh?
Well, you know.
No, it's all right.
Well, I wouldn't want to be in Ishvan's shoes if you ever come face to face with him again.
What? Sir Radzig ain't dead, though.
Enough, enough. Otherwise we'll be here for hours again hearing how Martin the Smith raised him even though Radzig is his real father. It's complicated. And let's leave it at that. No offense.
Who'll help me tomorrow with getting supplies for the journey back?
We rolled dice for it. And I won. So Conrad goes.
What are you on about?
Enough. Oath, you're no fun at all. There'll be a feast at the castle tomorrow, so forget about supplies.
Anyone for another helping? There's plenty left. Maybe even a bit for morning.
No thanks. I must wash myself down a bit.
My words exactly. We can't turn up at Trotsky tomorrow in this state.
Let's go and strip, Henry. Fellas, come and help us get out of this armor.
Are you really going to bathe here, Sir Hans? They don't look none too safe a spot to me.
Oh, don't be such an old woman, Oates. Bring some wine to warm our blood.
You know, we're not on a trip to the baths here, Sir Hans.
Henry's right, sir. Duty first, fun later.
God's wounds. I haven't been away from Rattay in ages. So, here, I intend to live a little. Blasted iron shirt. Oh, what a relief! I feel like I've just shed 40 pounds.
Christ. Will I ever live to see his young lordship finally grow up? He's got a good heart, but he doesn't have the sense that he was born with.
Well, responsibility will catch up with him soon enough, though.
There's more chance of me becoming a monk.
That's a view fit for a king.
Whew. You were right about our stench.
Let's hope this water isn't too cold. You wouldn't want your pride and joy shrinking.
I'm more worried about it being too deep.
Come on. Oh, that really shrivels the old ball sack.
What's the matter?
Females! Let's go to them.
Sir Hans!
Oh, shut up and let's go. But quietly. We don't want them to spot us.
Hans!
Head down, Henry. We've got to sneak closer. Follow me. Carefully. No sudden moves. Don't give us away. Crouch down, you ox. They'll see you. Hear that singing? They must be close.
நான் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் போய் பார்க்குறேன்.
Hear that? Do you think they might be bathing? Come on, let's get closer. Shit! One of them's doing laundry. We have to get closer to the others. Only she's blocking our way, right in our path. Damn it! Throw a stone in the water near her to lure her away. Once she notices it, we'll hurry along the other side.
All right. What was that?
It worked. Let's go.
குளத்துக்குள்ள இங்கே குளிச்சுட்டு இருக்காருங்க ப்ரோ, போய் எட்டி பார்க்குறோம். Enjoy. Chris bro, enjoy.
Ona je u muzyky, śmieje se na kasníky, klient pijou jedí, Pána sama sedí, aleluja do mne, aleluja.
Henry, I told you to... Oh, fucking God, you're a...
Do something. Stay down, for fuck's sake.
Are those bandits?
Oh, fuck. A letter. Don't be a fool, Henry. We don't stand a chance. We'll wait till they're gone, and then head back to camp. Maybe some of our men got away.
hell! You couldn't just leave it be, could you? Come on! Run!
Catch them! Enough, I said!
What the fuck? It's mine!
What are you gaping at? Shoot! Don't just stand there, you idiot!
கிராஃபிக்ஸ் பரவாயில்ல ப்ரோ,
On the bank!
நல்லா தான் இருக்கு. பட் இது ஓப்பன் வேர்ல்டுல கொஞ்சம் அப்படி இப்படி தான் இருக்கும்.
When did you learn to swim?
Just now! Fucking armor! Come on! We'll cut them up on the other side! Horses, horses, quick!
Yeah.
Oh, Mott. What the fuck was that, Henry? You're rescuing a damsel in distress.
I'm done with running.
Oh, really? And what exactly do you call... Oh, shit. Oh, you've been hit.
What?
Oh, shit.
Well, we can't leave it like this. No, wait! Ah! Fuck! We've got to flee. Can you walk?
Yeah,
I'm on his...
I'd lead the way.
You pull yourself together. We've got to vanish.
சண்டை போடுறதெல்லாம் ரொம்ப கஷ்டமா இருக்கானா. அது கொஞ்சம் ஈஸியாக பண்ணியிருக்கலாம். Here I come under the compass signal. What's happening around you right now? Enemies are searching for you. Can find an explanation. பட்டன் போயிடுது மாலை. கிராஃபிக்ஸ்லாம் நல்லா தான் இருக்கு. பரவாயில்ல.
There's someone in front of us. Down.
They mustn't get away. Got that? Call out as soon as you see them. And then kill them. No fucking around. You, watch the middle of the guard. Keep your eyes peeled.
Go
right?
around.
You two, go up there. Get a move on. You watch this side of the rock. And you, go to the pond. They didn't succeed in swimming to the other side of the pond. I want to know. Then come back and give me a full report. Footprints, blood
He'll
trails,
see us. We'll have to wait.
You want us to think
Get
you
to
can
work.
swim all the fucking way across?
Shut up. Or the chief will hear you.
It's still easier here than that skirmish
Now.
on the other side.
Bubbling about in the pitch black. Will all your torch dusty blind you?
You now. Catching some naked men before better than getting killed.
But I still can't see a bloody thing.
We'll find it. You don't think it Now,
We've got to get to that tree trunk up ahead. Quietly. Use your head. Be careful. There's more of them on top.
played dice against Lefty yesterday.
Stand still.
Keep him watch instead. You reckon we'll find them, do you? If they tried to swim across the pond, they'll be found half dead somewhere on the bank.
Run! Quick!
Why are we moving down instead of being high up? Just this ship got there.
No. Fuck, they're in front of us. Quick, into the rocks.
Fortify! They're fleeing into the rocks! Hurry! Run around! We'll catch them at the top!
What now?
Hey? Hans! There's more of them up top!
Take cover!
Run ahead of them!
Where now, for fuck's sake? Here! Damn it, they're everywhere!
What are we gonna do?
How should I know? We can't go climbing into the rocks at night when we can't see shit.
But they'll catch us!
Oh, you don't say, genius.
Calm down, for fuck's sake!
Stop it! This isn't going to help us. You know what? Go and look into that gorge behind me and see if there's a way forward. Then come back to me. At least we'll know if it makes sense to go that way. If we can get out of the rocks. I'll stay here meanwhile and watch out for them.
Explore the entry point into the rocks.
There's a path, but through fissures. Oh, there's no other way to go anyway. Hans won't be too happy when I tell him.
There were soldiers there, so I set off after you. Kurva. That was a hellish maze. Let's go then.
Fuck you, whoreson! Ha!
Hey! நானும் செத்துட்டானு நினைச்சேன்.
You know the trouble with an adventurous life, son? It can end before it gets started. I might teach you how to handle a sword,
And then someone will shoot you with a crossbow as soon as you set foot outside the house. If you want to convince someone that they're wrong, try using your mouth and not your fists. We did a fine job. Being a blacksmith might bring no glory, but it has its benefits. Like keeping your head on your shoulders.
Pa.
Ah, come now. I was the one who raised you, but you know how things really are.
Am I dead?
Not yet. I'm dead, though.
If I'm not, then how come...
You chose a different path than I wanted for you. And maybe that's how it was meant to be. But once you've chosen the path of adventure, you have to fight. You have to fight till the bitter end, with all the strength you can muster. You still have a long way to go till your work is done, Henry. So pull yourself together and wake up. It's not over yet.
For the love of God, wake up! Pull yourself together, Henry. Oh, Christ. Oh, I thought you were done for.
Where am I?
Well, you dropped out of the sky like a shot-down hawk. And that fella landed with you. You broke your fall nicely, otherwise you'd have ended up the same as him.
What are you wearing?
We won't be needing it. We can't be running naked through the woods. And if you're capable of running at all...
Now, where's Mutt?
I've no idea. Just don't worry about your dog. He can look after himself. Right, we've got to disappear. Right, come on, I'll help you up. How are you holding up?
It's not so bad.
All right. That'll have to do for now. As long as you're able to talk. As long as you talk, I know you're hanging in there. Henry, what are you staring at?
Horseman. Faster.
I'm doing what I can, pal. Jesus, don't do this to me. Pull yourself together and let's go. We have to go.
But the gate is closed.
Don't worry, my name will open any gate.
Fuck! Scallis is in flames. We're gonna die here.
You survived Scallis. You'll survive this. Come on.
Bianca.
Come on.
Father?
Listen to me, Al. Listen carefully. Take the sword, go into the house, and grab anything else in
Father!
the trunk. Go to the
Easy,
castle.
Henry.
Hurry.
What about you?
Are you mad?
Your mother is in the village. I'll fetch her and we'll follow right behind.
I'll go with you.
No. You do what
Come
I
on.
say right now. Give the sword to Sir
Christ's sake.
Anything happens, he'll take
Come
care
on!
of you.
Oh, you can hardly stand, damn it. But we'll make it together. You'll see. Henry, focus.
Can't run away.
Henry, pull yourself together.
Kill them.
Please. There's nobody here. You're just imagining things.
Run.
No. Don't give in to it. Hang in there.
Look.
Make it together. You'll see. You're a warrior. You can do this.
No.
It's all right, Henry. I've got you. Just a little further. Henry,
தூக்கம் வருது இதை கேம் ஆடினா
wake up.
பேசிட்டே இருக்கானுங்க.
The linden tree. Just like Father always wanted.
No, we can't stop.
I let them all down.
You never let me down. Henry, a light. Look.
I see it.
We've got to go.
I see the light.
Hold on. Hold on. We.
Pavlena, is it you?
Greetings, good wife. Fear not. We mean you no harm. My friend needs help. Please.
Right. I'll see what I can do for him. Let's have a look at you. It's all right.
My parents. That was just a dream, Henry. We're in the woods. We were ambushed. But don't worry. We'll get you fixed up right as rain.
Now I've got you all, sons.
Think again, stop!
Hey, lad. Are you alive, lad?
I've come from Scallops. They burned it to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the ground?
Huge army. They attacked without warning.
Get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
I am Sir Marquardt von Aulitz. I come in the name of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia.
Get up now. There's work to be done.
Mother?
I ain't your ma, laddie. Oh, may all the saints be praised. I was afraid you'd never wake up again.
What? Where am I?
Where would you be? Here in my cabin, where you and that pal of yours burst in last night. Slowly, lad. Slowly.
What happened? What about Hans?
He's taken care of for now, but he was on the edge there for a bit. And so were you, lad, so calm yourself. Last night you were 1 foot in the grave already. You were lucky you happened to turn up here.
I have to talk to Hans.
You won't get much out of him now. He's lost a lot of blood and he has a fever.
But you'll help him, won't you?
God willing. Well, I managed to pull you out of death's grip, so maybe I'll be blessed again. I'll go check on him as soon as I'm done with you. How are you feeling?
I've had worse. My shoulders stings a bit, but I'm all right otherwise.
You're brave. If you weren't, we wouldn't be speaking now. Ah, your shoulder is looking a lot better. I did my best, but I don't see good no more, especially at night. So I didn't do the best job. It just wouldn't stop bleeding. And now you've moved about, it started up again. Take this and bandage it up. Not much else we can do with it now.
Thanks. I reckon I can manage that. But I need to get a breath of fresh air to clear my head.
You slept through half of God's bright day, lad. So, if you feel up to it, go ahead. At least we'll see how steady you are on your feet. While you're at it, you can stop by the trough and wash all that nasty grime off of yourself. I found an old tunic. Put it on so you don't catch a chill. It gets cold here by the water. No doubt you'll be famished and need a bite to eat. There's some hot soup in the pot on the fire. If that ain't enough, I put some bread and cheese on the table outside for you. And you'll find some of our home-brewed liquor there, too, in case you need bucking up. Don't overdo it, though.
I won't. Thanks a lot. May God reward you 1,000-fold. What's your name, by the way?
Bushenna's my name.
I'm Henry.
I know. Hans told me. I'll go and check on him. When you're done with everything, come and see me and we'll figure out what to do next.
Terrible fall. Miraculously survived the terrible fall, but he lost several main level skill and perk points due to extensive injuries. You have no choice but to recover and regain them gradually later in the game. Bleeding gradually depletes your life and can even kill you. Stop a bleeding, open the inventory and apply enough bandage.
This wound is still bleeding. Better bandage it up quick. Before I bleed out.
Okay, bleeding stopped. Find and grab something to eat. Open your inventory. Hit the food. Okay. எதுவுமே இல்லை தோன்றதுக்கு. I need to find something to eat from pot.
That's really good. Aye, true bliss is a full belly.
சாப்பிட்டா ஹெல்த் ஏறாதோ? Four. Oh shit. Okay, அடுத்து think we need to wash ourselves.
Hans, can you
I've
hear
seen
me,
fellas
friend?
in worse
Christ.
states, but in better ones too.
In the end, you bore the brunt for both of us. May all the saints watch over you. And over Bajana, too.
தட்டியோட விட்டுருக்கோம். Dead bastard. Grab body.
I feel like a new man.
Is this water? Weak Savior.
Seems Bajana isn't some quack. She's got a damn good setup here.
Then I said that she தூங்கிட்டு இருக்கா சனி. இவனை இந்த வாரத்தில் போடும். இங்கே கடை Can take this. Okay.
I did what you asked.
And you didn't faint while doing it. I'm pleased, Henry. I had to pour a whole Lethean potion into you last night. That's what I call medicine. It can either put a dead man back on his feet, or make sure he never gets up again. So consider yourself lucky.
I will. But what about Capon?
Well, he's less lucky. That brute really knocked him about before Hans beat the life out of him.
Is there any way I can help? I owe it to Capon, and I want to do whatever I can.
You owe him, all right. I've got a bit of that Lethean potion left. It ought to work wonders on him, same as on you. But I can't just give it to him now. First, we have to deal with that fever. The best and fastest remedy for that is chamomile decoction. Luckily, it ain't too hard to brew, but we'll need some fresh sage for it. And, of course, chamomile. You ought to be able to manage that. You've got young legs and eyes, and I reckon a bit of a stroll would do you good.
Easy as pie. I can do that. Ma used to put sage in sauces and served it with meat. I'll check the kitchen.
Christ wounds! Try thinking with your head and not your stomach. We need freshly picked sage, not some dried herb, so listen up. Sage has a purple blossom, and chamomile has white petals with a yellow center. At the back of the hut, there's a footpath leading up to the rocks. You go along there till you reach a sort of small meadow. You ought to find both of them there.
Great. I'll be back in a jiffy with a couple of handfuls.
All right. I'll be glad if you get back here soon. I don't feel right being here with that corpse in my yard. Seeing him lying there gives me chills. I can't think straight.
I understand. It makes me anxious too. Maybe I could manage to bury him somewhere. Or at least hide him somewhere further off in the woods.
The Lord be praised. I'd be truly glad of that. Do you feel up to it, laddie? You ain't in the best of shape, and digging a grave's a tough job, even for a healthy fella.
Not to worry. I'll see what I can manage. It's on account of us that he's here anyway. I wouldn't want you to have any more trouble. And a bit of effort, even if it's a dirty job, is the least I owe you.
Well, if you think you can manage it, good. But don't overstrain yourself. And thanks.
Where should I put him?
Grab the spade by the dung pile and bury him by the creek. The soil will be softer there, so it should be easier. When you head out the gate, follow your nose. Find a good spot somewhere in the reeds and nettles. And when you're done with that, better have a wash, so's you don't have the stench of death on you.
True. I'll bear that in mind.
I'll sort out the rest with Ignatius, the gravedigger, when he comes by again. Says I don't have that wretch lying here till Judgment Day.
All right. I'll get to it.
You've lost a lot of blood, but with a bit of luck you should pull through.
Take the spade. இதுவா டார்ச் ஹண்டிங் ஸ்வாடு
Damn, shoulder still hurts like hell. Maybe now it'll tell me when it's gonna rain.
Why I can't select?
Purple flower, sage. There we go. That's it. Chamomile. Right, I've got all the herbs I need. So back to Bajena on the double. The sooner Hans gets that remedy, the better.
shit, we need to carry there. Jake, shit. Character, Jake. நாய் ஏன் கத்துது?
What's that dog making such a fuss about? Could something have happened at Bajena's? Should have some weapon at hand, in case there's any foul play.
Two of them fled, and they must be hiding here somewhere in the rock. What do you know about it? I don't have a weapon. For Christ's sake, woman, stop annoying me with your endless fucking questions. I'm the one asking the question. Fucking Virgo. Tell me, how come there's all these bloody rags here, eh? Spit it out. The blood's not even dry.
I was treating two fellas from Cheleos. What got badly beaten up in a brawl in the tavern there yesterday.
Now, isn't that a coincidence? Right at the time when we're looking for two battered murderers around here. Out with the truth, you old hag, or we'll torture the whole place under your feet. We'll see about that. Now move! I'll have a look inside.
I really need to eat something.
இந்த டைம்ல தான் உனக்கு தோன்றமா? ஈட்ரா
Unless you'd like to be lying for weeks in a pool of bloody mucus that's coming out of you both ends at once.
Oi! All right then. We'll skip the search. But if you're lying, there'll be hell to pay. Cosby, you keep watch over there. I'll have a little look around. Hey, what are you doing? Ah! Ah! Dead man. Ah! Ah! Fuck this!
போடா புண்டை. ஓடு. பண்ணி படுத்துட்டு இருக்கு. This is the area.
Shit! Soldier. This bastard's hard work. I'll put him down somewhere for a while so I can start digging.
என்ன பண்றது? Okay. பண்ணி ஓடிடுச்சு.
Did they hurt you?
No, but I think they would have if you hadn't come along.
Who do you think they were?
I don't know what you heard, but when they turned up, they found that dead fella and recognized him as one of theirs. So, they must be with that brute who caught up with you here yesterday. Look here. I almost got slaughtered twice in one day on account of you two. God be praised that my Pavlena wasn't here. Heaven knows what they'd have done to her. So, I'd like to know why all this is happening. Your friend was talking in a delirium in the night, saying you was knights. But if you two are knights, then I'm the Queen of Sheba.
Well, I must bow to your ladyship. Sir Hans is the young lord of Leiper and Perkstein. I'm Henry of Skalitz, son of Sir Radzig Kobyla, and I'm his bodyguard. We were heading to Trusky to deliver a message from Sir Hanush of Leiper and Margrave Jobst to Lord von Berghoff. But we were ambushed by bandits yesterday down by the pond. And you already know the rest. And as God is my witness, we're no bandits. I swear to you, I'm thankful to you for saving us. And I'm sorry it caused you trouble.
Well, you sound sincere, so I'll take your word for it. I hope I won't live to regret it.
You won't. I promise you.
Promises are made to be broken, but thank you for dealing with them.
Sure. No need for thanks. What about Sir Hans? How's he doing?
He's holding up, I'd say. I treated his wounds, and I'll change his bandages shortly. But what he needs most now is that remedy. Have you got everything for it?
Here. Chamomile and sage, like you said.
Excellent. Now to brew the potion from them. I gave you two the last of my supply during the night. But fresh is best anyways. It's a shame my daughter Pavlena ain't back yet. She'd get it done in a jiffy. But we'll just have to manage without her. But you can do it too. It ain't nothing hard. My eyes are so bad, it'd take me all day. But at least I can tell you how to go about it.
All right, I'll try. I'm not sure how to do it.
I told you, I'll explain everything. I have a book here with the recipe, but it'll be better if I tell you. I know it by heart.
I can read as well as any man, if that's what you mean.
My word. Maybe you really are a noble's son.
I'll take the book just in case, but if you give me some advice, I'd be grateful.
Of course. Everything we need is in the hut. Let's get to it.
Lord God Almighty, look down on a poor sinner and hear my heartfelt prayer. Protect Sir Hans, and don't let him die. Just as he didn't let me die. Preserve his life. Because he's a young gentleman. Brave and just and a good Christian. And look down on Bajena too. And let her save Sir Hans. And deliver her from all evil. And grant her grace. Because she herself is merciful and didn't turn us away in our hour of need. Amen.
First, go to the recipe book. Now find the recipe for chamomile decoction, and remember what you have to do. Then get back to the bench, and we'll start. Right. First, you have to pour the right base into the cauldron. Choose the right pitcher from the shelf on the left, according to the recipe.
First, add the chamomile and boil for 1 turn. What the fuck is chamomile? Water.
What's taking you so long, lad? You've got the pitchers there on the shelf on the left. Just pick the right one.
The fuck? You will need wine, 2 handful of chamomile, and add a chamomile boil for 1 turn. Grind this region. Okay, fuck it. I don't know. Wine, ah. Water, wine, ah. Okay, wine, edapom.
Have you poured it? So, what did you pour in there?
Wine, of course. Like it says in the book.
Glad to hear it. Now try moving the cauldron over the flame, so you know how it looks when it starts boiling a bit. Hear that bubbling? It's boiling. Remember that well. For most potions, you just have to simmer the herbs for a bit. But sometimes you need to get it good and hot. So you have to get the fire blazing under the cauldron using the bellows. Try fanning it with the bellows to get it boiling. It's boiling. To keep it going, you mustn't stop with the bellows. If you want to cool it down quick, take it off the flames. Try it. Move the cauldron up. Good. Now we'll start with the brewing. Get all the herbs that you need ready. The ones you picked, put them there on the shelf, so you've got them at hand. Maybe I ain't seeing right, but don't you have only 1 bag there? Something's missing. Maybe I ain't seeing right, but don't you have only 1 bag there? Something's missing. Have you really got everything ready? I only see 1 bag and you need 2. All right, let's get to it. First, throw 2 handfuls of chamomile into the cauldron. Before you put it on the flame, turn the sand glass, so you know how long you're brewing it. It's got to be exact. Every grain of sand counts. See? When the sand has flowed out, that's 1 turn. That's how long you have to boil the chamomile. Move the cauldron to the fire and wait until it starts bubbling. Then turn the sand glass. As soon as the sand runs out, take the cauldron off the fire again. Ain't that enough? Take the cauldron off the flames. All right. Now, take 1 handful of sage, grind it with a mortar and pestle, and drop it in the cauldron. Have you ground it? Good. Now, drop it in the cauldron. You don't have to boil it anymore. All you have to do now is decant it. Get a phial and pour it in. Done. Now, let's see what you've brewed.
That chamomile needed a lower flame.
Here
it is.
Useful for later on.
Oh, by the smell of it, it's
Okay.
a chamomile decoction the way it should be.
Happy to help.
This should help Hans get better. I'll take care of it now.
All right. Is there anything else I can do to help?
I reckon you've done all you could. What you need now is a bit of rest. Go and get a good sleep. That works wonders.
Sleep until morning. என்ன அணைஞ்சிட்டு? ஓ, ஸ்டார்ட் ஆல்கமி. இது மட்டும் பண்ணா போதும். இதான் இப்போ நம்ம கிட்ட இருக்குல்ல. ஓகே, ஹீல் பண்ணுமா இது? அடுத்து சி இன்வென்ட்ரி போயிட்டு இதுவும் எடுத்து கன்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணிட்டு கேமம் ஒரு முறை பண்ணா போதுமா இல்லை எத்தனை முறை தலை பண்ணணும்? சி ஓகே, அடுத்து சேஜ். இது இப்போ போர் பண்ணுறது எப்படி? ஓகே, அவ்வளோதானா? முடிஞ்சுதா ப்ரோ? அவ்வளோதானா? ஒரு முறை ஐயோ. ஓகே, போயிட்டு இந்த ஜாடி
I didn't boil that chamomile long enough.
என்ன தலை தப்பா பண்ணிட்டேனா? ஆஹா, ஓகே, ஆனால் வந்துருச்சுல்ல, கரெக்டாக வந்துருச்சு. அதை காமிச்சது போன மாதிரி. போதும் போர் டிபி இதை பண்ண. போய் தூங்கிட்டு சேவ் பண்ணுறேன். என்கிட்ட அது ஆர்மர் இருக்க மாதிரி காட்டுது.
Well done. I got rid of that.
God, thank you kindly.
என்னது இது?
A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer.
True, Sir Radzik. If I'd have had it like back in Nicopolis,
Pull
things would have worked out
it
differently.
down. Let it boil and then turn the sand jar.
Where's my fucking
அதான் பண்ண நான் கேமமல் போட்டு தான் பர்ன் பண்ணேன்.
And I found it.
Oh, okay.
Everything I take now will
Pour
be
பண்ணிட்டு
mine.
அதுக்கப்புறம்
And I
sand jar.
plan to take everything.
Rotted hell!
Why would I miss one sword?
Because it's the last one my father forged, and I promised him I'd deliver it to you.
Stronger dog fucks the bitches. And war is a nasty business.
Where's my fucking sword?
You know what? I think I'll keep it. As a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you.
Yeah!
I think I need to make it boil for one turn.
Don't disappoint me.
Okay.
Wake up, Henry. It's past sunrise.
Hallelujah. I thought you'd never wake. Were you
Figure
having a
செம்மையா இருக்கு.
nightmare?
You turned it and then you put the thing.
Bad dreams. You must be Pavlena, right?
That's right. I came in the evening while you were asleep.
What potion is that?
Ma told
Not
me
a
what
strong
happened to
one now.
you. Then I helped Ma take care of your friend that night.
Hans. He's alive. How is he?
Have no fear. He's alive, all right. Maybe too alive. Ma knows what she's doing, and that's the truth. I reckon she could bring the dead back to life. She said she dosed you with the strongest remedies she knows, and it looks like they did the trick. On that other fella for sure. Since he came to this morning, he hasn't stopped talking.
Yeah. That sounds like him, all right.
And what about you? How do you feel?
Definitely better than yesterday. Thanks.
That's good. Ma will be glad, but I heard you yelling in your sleep and went to check on you. Bad dreams?
I dreamt of Istvan Toth, a villainous, murderous whoreson who stole my sword. The last memento I had of my father, and I swore to get that sword back and avenge my parents.
Oh, that oath must be serious if it even torments you in your sleep. Dreams shouldn't be taken lightly. They can have real meaning, however hard they are to understand. What strikes you as the most important part of your dream?
The sword. The last thing Pa forged before they murdered him. And it might sound strange, but I feel his soul won't find peace until that sword is back in our family.
It doesn't sound strange at all, and swords are a symbol of kings. It could mean power and responsibility, or war and ruin. After all, a sword has two edges, and it depends who's wielding it.
Thanks, Pavlena. I never thought of
செகண்ட்
looking
ஒன்
at it like
எப்பவுமே
that.
மீனா இருக்கு.
It's a lot to think about.
You're welcome. But remember, it's only my reading. The only one who can really understand you is you yourself.
I expect you're right. So in the end, all the hard work will be on me. But this is all too much heavy thinking at once. Right now, what I need more is a little sunshine and fresh air.
Aye, that's the best remedy for many ailments. And a full stomach will help too. Breakfast is on the table, and I've got something else for you too. Come along, and we must save Ma from the clutches of his lordship.
Perk points increasing Henry's level, so give you a perk point. You can use them to unlock other abilities and upgrades. Perk point எங்க இருக்கு? தல perk pointன்றது எங்க இருக்கு? ஓகே 7 perks இருக்கு. இதில் நான் போய் seven by 11 perk points available.
I could go for something to eat now.
Oh, you want to learn this perk? Vitality. Yes, that. ஏன் பக்கத்தில் இருக்க தெரிய மாட்டேங்குது? Let change outfit. ப்ரோ இது படிக்கிறது ஓகே ஸ்கில் இன்ஃபோக்கு எங்கே போகணுமா? மேம் ஆல்வேஸ் சே இஃப் யூ கெயின் ரெப்புடேஷன் இன்க்ரீஸ் if you gain reputation increase will be 10% higher. Lose reputation drop will be 10% less. Nourishment will decrease 30% slower. Last longer without food. Okay, இது தேவை. Thick blooded. You will bleed noticeably slower. Still, if you don't bandage up, you'll die eventually. Okay. I don't see this itself. Don't know. Can enhance from perks lol. I don't know, bro. Speech polished wares. When selling weapons, armor or clothing, there are near perfect or perfect condition. 19 gain 10% more money. Get a plus force on handling. Make it easier to negotiate better prices. ஸ்டாமினா இன்க்ரீஸ் பண்ண முடிஞ்சா ஸ்டாமினா எதுவுமே பண்ண முடியல. இங்கெல்லாம் எதுவுமே கை வைக்க முடியல. மேபி இருங்க செகண்டரி ஸ்கில் என்ன இருக்குது? இதெல்லாம் எதுவுமே பண்ண முடியல. பர்க் ஆனால் இன்னும் 10 இருக்குது என்கிட்ட. ஓகே இன்னும் இங்கே இருக்குது. ஆர்ட் ஆஃப் ப்ரிசர்வேஷன். ரா ஃபுட் அண்ட் ஹர்ப்ஸ் யூ ஹேவ் இன் யுவர் இன்வென்டரி வில் ஸ்பாயில். ஓகே இது தேவை. Craftsmanship, razor shop. Weapon conditions say, okay, 7 leg boots. If you wear boots repaired by printing will cost you 20% less stamina. You can run longer and go further. Armor and clothing that you repair yourself with armored kit will make less noise when worn. The effect lasts until item quality level drops. இது எடுத்துக்கலாம். Drinking 6 perk point தான் இருக்கு. Anger or sleeping or 1 plus drunk with 10% more comfortable, so you sleep like a king. Saint will be increased. Under the influence of alcohol will be less likely falling from a height because the patron saint of drinkers has a protective hand. Okay, let's go. Okay, இது எடுத்துக்கலாம் ஹண்ட்டு. ஓகே, எல்லாம் முடிஞ்சுது. இன்னும் காம்பேட்லாம் இருக்கு. இன்னும் 2 இருக்கு. ஓகே, ஹெட் ப்ரொடெக்ஷன். If you are wearing helmet, blows head cost 20%. Block cost 20% less stamina. Shield and weapon will wear down 20% slower. Okay. Swords. Opening strike. If you successfully wound an opponent by a strike to an uncovered zone your opponent isn't blocking from, it will be more difficult for opponent to block your subsequent. Okay, இது நல்லா இருக்கு. Fully charged sword attack. Sword fighting skill will count 3 higher. So your attack will not only be stronger but also harder to parry. இதுவும் நல்லா இருக்கு. எது இருக்குதுன்னு தெரியலையே. Strike. இது எடுத்துப்போம். Sleep and you can't delay time to. ஏன் திரும்பி தூங்க முடியாது? சேவ் ஆயிருக்குமா தலை? Consume save as game saved. Okay. Wow. நல்லா பண்ணிருக்கானுங்க இந்த கேம். இவனு யாரு?
Look who's finally up! Henry! Come and join. Good morning, Henry. You have no idea how glad I am to see you. Come join our banquet in the midst of these exquisite woods.
I'm glad to see you too. I see you're in a surprisingly good mood for someone who was at death's door yesterday.
All the more cause for merrymaking! Even this water now tastes like the finest wine.
Of course. I did bring it all the way from the spring.
And for that, I am in your debt, fair maid. And I'm grateful to you too, Henry. Bajena told me what happened here yesterday. That's the 3rd time you've saved my life. I suppose I'll have to give you some estate or something.
The 3rd time? What in God's name happened the first 2 times?
Now, Henry, don't make her beg. Tell this good maiden of your heroic deeds.
Well, there was this time when me and Hans had, some fisticuffs in the tavern, and for punishment, I had to accompany him on the hunt.
And I shot a boar.
I made it mad. And when Hans chased after the wounded animal, he got caught by a human patrol.
Humans?
You haven't come across them? They're savages from the Hungarian lands. The core of Sigismund's army. Who knows what heathen gods they pray to? They hold nothing sacred. They pillage, rape, and murder. They razed my hometown of Skalitz to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
I told you about them, though. The fellas in the tavern in Zheleyov were saying there's some foreigners like that camping in the rocks down by the pond.
What?
It's just what I heard.
Whoa, that's all we need. I hope they don't turn up here. What could us two do alone against them?
What could they want from us? But if they did come here to rob us, I'd shoot enough arrows into them to make them think twice. But the thing I want to know is, how did it end up with young Sir Hans?
Well, as I said, they took him captive.
Well, there must have been 10 of them. I hadn't a chance.
You must have been seeing double. As I recall, there were 2.
That just proves how well you can count. Besides, they were armed to the teeth and had bows and armor. It might as well have been 10.
Whatever. Anyway, with a bit of luck, I managed to free Sir Hans.
Why the modesty? You got them. Maybe a stroke of luck, but as we know, audentes.
Fortuna juvat.
See now, you've finally learned it.
What?
It's just this kind of motto of ours. Fortune favors the bold.
Maybe they're really telling the truth about who they are. Who but a lord or a priest could know Latin? And priests they ain't. I can tell.
And as I recall, you already got a pony from Uncle Hanush as a reward for saving me. Your pebbles. So I'll save myself a few groschen.
But you never gave me anything for Talmberg.
For Talmberg? What was that about then?
The foe took the castle by subterfuge, and we planned a counterattack.
Under the cloak of darkness, we scaled the mighty walls of Talmberg Castle to get inside and open the portcullis to our brothers in arms who were poised and ready to attack.
And we almost succeeded. Only, along the way, Sir Hans here took an arrow to his noble seat.
Seat? He got shot in the backside.
My upper thigh, actually.
Backside it was. But that's no joke either. It's not easy to run with an arrow stuck in your arse. If I hadn't carried him...
I admit it, you saved my arse.
Well, now, you two have been through a thing or two. As far as I can tell, it really was his backside and not his thigh. I examined Hans and saw the scar for myself. But I reckon you paid off part of your debt the other day, sir.
True enough. Hey, how did you manage to get the best of that cutthroat the other night when you hauled me here?
To be honest, by a stroke of luck. We were fighting outside, but that fucker got a hold of his falchion and let me have it in the guts. I thought I was done for, but I groped around and found a pail and whacked him with it with the last of my strength. And luckily, I hit him a nice crack right on the noggin. Can't remember a thing after that.
My word. Fortune really does favour you. You chose your motto well.
Once we get back to Ratai, I'll have it inscribed on my shield.
Do tell. What else did the two of you encounter?
Quite a lot of things, but I'm afraid we don't have much time for storytelling right now. We came here on an important mission, and we cannot afford to dally any longer. We have to get to Trotsky as soon as we can. How far is it from here?
Not far. Once you climb the hill above Geleoth, you'll see the castle.
All right. I think we should get on our way as soon as possible.
I'll prepare a bit of food for you, for your journey.
Bozhena, I don't know how to thank you for all this.
Ah, but I do. Once we've settled our business with von Bergov, I shall reward you as befits a knight. You have my word of honor.
Now you've got me curious. I never got a knight's word before.
For a start, you can leave me that axe and spade. We can't manage without them.
Yes, of course. And thanks for everything you've done, Bozhena.
I have something for you, Henry. Ma had trouble because of you, but I know you didn't do it on purpose, and you protected her when she needed it. I want to thank you for that. Take this potion. It will help when you're in danger or don't know which way to turn. Have a little sip each time, and it'll save you a lot of trouble. You'll see. It's not all that hard to brew. With a bit of practice, you could manage it yourself.
Thanks, Pavlena. This'll come in handy.
No doubt. But we'd better get going now.
Hans is right. We're very glad we met you. And we're obliged to you for your help and hospitality. God bless you.
And you too, sirs.
As Henry says, may God bless you for your generosity and your healing arts. And you have rightfully earned the gratitude of the House of Lipa for all time. If you should ever find yourself in need, the doors of Perkstein shall always be open to you.
Thank you, sir. Though, I'm not sure I could find the way to Perkstein. Hopefully we'll never need to take up your offer. Sorry for coming late, Ma. I got held up in Troskovitz.
Of all places. And it's not the first time.
I know, but I was going past and I thought I'd try to sell some baskets and ointments there. And I succeeded.
Emmerich won't be happy.
They couldn't sell so dear. He charges nearly twice as much as we do, so it's no wonder folks buy from us. But I understand. Next time I'll come straight home, so you're not on your own here. If anyone comes here again threatening you, I'll put them in their place with an arrow. That'll teach them to try it on with us.
Maybe it's a good thing you wasn't here. They'd catch you. I dread to